Happy move awesome with the new Galaxy A17. Capture viral-worthy dust and splash-resistant content. Get the Galaxy A17 today. Awesome for your hustle.
A very warm Sunday afternoon. Welcome to all of you. Soccer City is the venue for the only Betway Premiership. Lost 5 matches in a row. Today, however, they will attempt to avoid that feat. They have coming into this game with successive losses to Zamalek, to Stellenbosch, Pirates in the derby, and Richards Bay in their last match. And if they lose today against Durban City, then they will set a new and unwanted record. They're up against the side who are flying high in the Betway Premiership. Durban City into the semi-final as well of the Nedbank Cup. They will be up in search of Cup glory next month, of course, but concentrating now on the league. 2 points ahead of Chiefs in the log standings. Durban City are 5th, Chiefs are 6th, but is City, who have played 2 matches more than Kaizer Chiefs, who have a chance to move up the log. In fact, Chiefs with just 18 games played, Kaizer Chiefs on the log standings. So here are the two sides in the tunnel. It's a warm welcome to Amanda Dlamini alongside me as our expert analyst for today's encounter. These are not happy days for Kaizer Chiefs. Hopefully home advantage gives them an opportunity here today.
Yeah, hopefully so for Kaizer Chiefs. A big responsibility for them to actually do the right things and to really have the composure from to go, and that's the only thing that's missing to really turn things around.
Multiple changes for Kaizer Chiefs, perhaps reflecting a state of panic in the selection process. There are 7 changes from the team that lost to Richards Bay 12 days ago. Quinica back with suspension to Aiden McCarthy, Nasio Miguel to Aiden McCarthy, Nasio Miguel as well. Cross will move across to the left-hand side to replace the injured Shing. Middle for the suspended and one enforced by suspension with Tini Nodwana out. July, the Zimbabwean right back comes into a 5-man defense. Tuka will lead the line up front. Maseko drops to the bench. Season Durban City not far behind them, 14 in 20. Today's referee comes from the north of the country, from Sibisa Olani Kwinda, in charge, along with Tamaka Sabati and Mutisa Moretsi, who will be running the line. So they've had play that's been a positive or a negative for Chiefs today. Now, a moment of silence. We remember, of course, a couple of stalwart fans and the memory of the former Defence Minister, Premier of Free State, Mr. Lekota, was also a fine football player in his day. The likes of he represented in his youth. So, final huddle here for Chiefs. It's not been a good turn of the year for them. 2026. In contrast, it's a Durban City side under new coach Piso Dladla, unbeaten in their last 5 encounters since he took over. It's a little bit longer than that with coach Madela as well. So they will be certainly carrying high hopes into this game. Did lose to Kaizer Chiefs at home in Durban earlier on in the season. Chance for revenge here at Soccer City. Pitch conditions, Amanda, look excellent, and with a little bit of cloud overhead, I think to be a football player, you'll be happy with the conditions.
Yeah, excellent. Also, I think the roll and the bounce of the ball is going to be a very good factor, and it means the technical ability, how you take better care of the ball, the accurate passing, the weight of the pass as well, and hopefully we can see a lot more improvements where Kaizer Chiefs is concerned.
Kunika at the back. We did mention McCarthy suspended and Tetwa as well out for today after an accumulation of cards. Kunika back after missing the game against Richards Bay, wearing the captain's armband. So Bradley Cross on the left-hand side here played alongside McCarthy at centre-back in the last game. Inacio Miguel is also back into the team. All of these changes, Chiefs will be hoping produce the desired effect and allow them progress up the table. If they do win today, we'll go above Durban City into 5th place on the standings. If City win today, they will go as high as 3rd, which for a promoted club certainly is a wonderful achievement. Usually, of course, sides who get promoted battle in the first season. Their priority is just to stay up, but City have certainly shrugged off any of those limited ambitions and have set themselves a much higher store. Given possession away here, however, Shabalala with Duba, the 2 youngsters who've come through the ranks. Duprea wide of Keith's goal. Positive start from the home team.
That's what you need from a Kaizer Chiefs, and maybe the inclusion of a Shabalala becomes very important in the progression of those forward passes. Dupree here, so much time, thought he could have done so much better, an opportunity to maybe just catch Darren Keats on the far post.
Maybe a little anxiety from Dupree, has not scored a goal. The Zimbabwean international has been pushed up the field, or Kaba perhaps on the right-hand side of a 3-man central defence. Another good pass. Shabalala looks up, there 2 in the middle. Duba comes to the near post. Cross coming in from Nilepo. They'll have to settle for the throw-in. Cross. Finding Duba, and now back inside from Maboe. Clearance will come from Pochenpoel, the Durban City side with plenty of pace up front. Mokoena almost stealing that ball away from Inacio Miguel, and in fact a free kick's been given here against Chiefs.
Yeah, I think Mokoena puts on a good challenge on Miguel. Maybe these are the certain areas or elements that Miguel needs to eradicate. I feel for him because he's been out of form and coming from an injury, could be off the pace a little bit, but great job from Mokoena to make sure that it gives him a little bit of pressure.
Well, he was protesting innocence there and looked somewhat bemused when the referee blew the foul, but very clearly holding on to Mokwena's jersey. Well spotted by Mr. Quinica. And so we have City's first foray forward here with a set piece. It's an inviting little ball, and this might roll all the way for a throw-in in favour of the visitors. Lepo is one of those back in the starting lineup. He came on as a late sub in the last game against Richards Bay. Nana is the skipper. Been a stalwart at the back along with Mkhize this season. Both of them stalwarts as well in the championship winning performance down in the Motsepe Foundation Championship at the end of last season. Shabalala always gets the crowd going. Finds Dupria. Daba with the challenge. Nana rather with the long ball forward. And that'll be in favour of Kaizer Chiefs.
It's going to be an interesting battle between the two. There's a lot of pace where Mokoena is concerned, but these are the areas for Kaizer Chiefs. Once they break into the opposition's half, Dupre needs to use their space. A good block from Nganene, who really recovered.
Much underrated player. He had a start at Richards Bay a few seasons ago when they first came up to the top flight. Didn't really get much opportunity, but he has done so well at Durban City over the last 2 years, both in the Motsepe Foundation Championship and now in the top flight. A little too strong there from Ndlovu. Adds to the pressure. Kamatuka just bowling over. Ndlovu. Now Inacio Miguel, what are the options ahead of him? Has a look. Goes to the flank where Solomon looks for Lepo. Two right-sided players who really do hug their touchline.
Yeah, for the width, it's importantly Lepo, but most importantly, it shouldn't be one-dimensional. But of course, it's the creativity in that midfield, the mobility that they need. Ndlovu
looking for something early here to settle the nerves. Boy finds cross. Really does look like a bowling green down there. Excellent pitch conditions. In fact, at many venues around the country. It's fairly ironic given how far or how deep we are in the season. Normally the pitches have taken quite a battering. Held up nicely by Kamatuka. Kamatuka catches Miguel, and that'll be a free kick and a chance to clear their lines. You can see what kind of ball he's looking for.
Exactly, considering the surface underfoot as well. The rain also helps, so I think it's just give him the ball so it rolls back to him.
Kamatuka was a prolific scorer the last 2 seasons down in the Motsebe Foundation Championship, first from Maritzburg and then when they changed their name to Durban. Goals in the top flight, but had made his name at Richards Bay, where he helped them win promotion last season. Worked with Simo Dladla in ensuring promotion for this team, and then was assistant to Gavin Hunt. A good start for Pitso Dladla, his second spell as a head coach this season, and 5 matches without defeat. Oh boy, cross. Glover with a dummy, read by Pochenpoel. Jurgens takes over. That's a mistake in the back which could be punished by Lelepo. He's got a powerful shot. Be a little undecided.
Yeah, maybe just the choice. Try to play it on the left-hand side and try to penetrate the defense, but not the best of ideas. Thought Shabalala really tried to hold his run to break that, but I guess that pass from Lelepo, decision making.
Well, they do have a corner, Kaizer Chiefs, so let's see what they can conjure because by their absence over the last 2 editions. High ball. Cleared away by Terence Masheko, but not very far. Little chip in from Quinica. Keat didn't come off his line as convincingly as perhaps one might have expected. Good turn from Quinica. Now emboldened by that. He gets a little touch, crosses offside. Well, it's all very positive in these early stages from Kaizer Chiefs.
Yep, it's a good challenge for them to really try and break the defense. Solid line from Durban City, very compact in those tight spaces. Of course, that offside, a right call from the assistant.
Cross hadn't played a league match since November before the game against Richards Bay. Has also had injury problems and then was sidelined for a while in terms of team selection, but second game back in a row for him. It's one of the 4 from the Richards Bay game who retained their place for today's match. Now July up against Dupria, gets the cross.
Going on the Makawana, dangerous tackle, but those are the moves that they want to take them out of the
counter. That's a good challenge from Solomons. My boy finds a bit of space on the right here. Here come the home side, challenging with Duba. Jurgens back to help, and Pockenpool as well, but the shot will come in from Shabalala. And we'll have another corner kick opportunity here for Chiefs without their top scorer today. Flavio Silva left out of the lineup. Solomons, he's always a presence, Flavio Silva, with his head in the penalty area for those set pieces. Little shave of the head there. And maybe Duba rose ahead of Inacio Miguel when if he'd left it, there might have been a better opportunity for the Angolan.
Good ball from my boy. Thought that Duba did really well to get really high, but not a powerful header, just sliding off or gliding off the head.
Yeah, it looks as if he took it away from Miguel as well, who got 4 goals last season, but hasn't scored in this campaign. Inacio Miguel. It's true also of Duba. That's a kick out from Keat, which Chiefs might punish. Here's Duba. Support arriving from my boy. His first touch let him down there. Battling away though in Globo. That's a foul. Well, he's furious with the referee. And Mr. Krinika had no doubt in making that call. This is July is the way down. This is Keat under a little bit of pressure, creating this opportunity for Kaizer Chiefs.
Yeah, a little bit undecisive from Darren Keat, but a missed opportunity for Kaizer Chiefs to really punish the defensive area.
Now in Globo, studs were up, caught the Zimbabwean.
I think it was just a clash of knees. But of course, I think had Ndlovu not made the tackle, that would have been a potential good attack. So in terms of ball recovery and stopping a promising attack, it's good from Ndlovu.
Now Pockenpool out wide. Masheko on the charge with Magawane in support. And it's Chiefs now with Ndlovu. Ball still in play. Shabalala with cross. The crowd enthused with what they've seen so far. Cross with a little ball in for Dupree, dealt with by Kaba. And Solomon's back as the first choice right back, having been left out of the lineup for the derby, which I think was a big disappointment for him. Lilepo over on the left. Now Shabalala has got options inside. Is he going to go for goal himself? That's going to be another corner.
From Kaizer Chiefs, once again, Shabalala being the orchestrator of things in that midfield, really trying to get into the right spaces. That header from the captain could have gone anywhere.
Yeah, I'm not sure he meant to steer it there. He just got the head in. And effective nevertheless. Bit of a post-mortem in that City defence after that attack. They have turned over plenty of possession early on here. And the corner count is mounting now. Can Chiefs make better use over the head of Cross? And the efforts at a quick counter are blocked. Kamatuka with the flick on header. Keat still moaning about the fact he was impeded by Ashley Dupree. Rowan Fernandez, the goalkeeper coach, has come out to protest on his behalf as well. same union. Quite rightly, they just played advantage. There was a ball up front that Kamatuka from Jurgens on top of Shabalala. That'll be an interesting little battle too today. Carl Jurgens was man of the match on Sunday in the Nedbank Cup semi-final. City beating Golden Arrows on post-match penalties. And Globo, Lepo inside, Jurgens steals it away. Skipper to the rescue. One more time.
Yeah, they've been amazing. Manan and Mkiza, their centre-back pairing. It's proving to be very difficult for Kaizer Chiefs to break that five-man defence.
Well, the defensive stats for both of these sides, of course, are very strong. The Chiefs had only conceded 6 goals in their first 15 games of the season. They've let in 6 in the subsequent 3, which I think they'll be a little disappointed about. 3 of those, of course, in the derby. Really was a one-way traffic derby. Overwhelming victory for Orlando Pirates a fortnight ago. Goalkeeper. Durban scored for City in their last outing, the cup match. No, you don't see that too often. Foul throw from Kaba. Looks a little bemused by it all.
I guess if you don't do it right, you turn over position.
It's seemingly better from cross. Solomons drives us across to the left. Good work from July. Just a little shot there from Kamatuka. Kaba. You can feel the noise levels rising here at Soccer City. Not the biggest crowd the Chiefs have had backing them today, but they seem to be in ever increasingly positive mood, the home fans. Dr. Kumalo's in the house today. What they would do to have him in black and gold out on the pitch. Now the pressure.
Daba as well, they become very key in terms of those aerial duels.
And Mkiza there as well, the other centre back, so throwing the numbers forward for the set piece. Now the pressure. That certainly was a warning shot fired across the bar
As well, they become
of Kaizer Chiefs.
Aerial duels.
And Mkiza there as well, the other centre back, so throwing the numbers forward for the set piece. It certainly was a warning shot fired across the bar.
Yeah, I thought he probably wasn't
And Mkiza there as well, the other
aware of where he was. Probably could have just left it out. Yeah, taking no chances.
He's played in all 25 matches for City this season. Veteran goalkeeper Keith will be 37 in mid-year. Still going strong. Now Kamatuka gets brushed off by a cross. Flags up. It's getting a little steamy out there. It's not bad to have a bit of edge in this game and to get everybody a little steamed up. Suitably impressed with use of medical terms in commentary.
No.
Now here's Chiefs with Solomons, inviting little ball. Maybe struck it too hard. There was Lelepo out left. There was Duba waiting in the middle. Maybe got a little bit lucky, but he should have used that opportunity, Solomons.
Absolutely. Just getting into the right spaces, Solomons. A little bit disappointed. Tried to play that pass across the face of goal, hoping that the teammate would be there, and that's where the likes of Dubas should be popping up.
Now my boy finds Duba. Still Duba gets the shot in, and Keith lets that go into the side netting.
Quick reactions from Duba. Not a lot of space in between that defense, so manages to get a shot.
Chiefs, of course, with plenty of matches still to play in this league campaign. This is number 19 of the season for them. Most sides already 20-21 games played. But the interesting thing for Chiefs is not too many home games left. They've got Magesi next Saturday. That game, by the way, has been moved to the Moses Mabhida Stadium in Durban. It'll be a 6 p.m. kickoff next Saturday, live on your World of Champions. They've got TS Galaxy in mid-April. And then the last game of the season against Chippa United. They've got plenty of away matches coming up. In fact, in the league, 6 successive away games between mid-April and mid-May. That includes the derby, which obviously will be here, but Pirates will be the home team for that one. Now, Konika, who told to fix his equipment, getting a little frustrated. They're down to 10 for the moment. Can City take advantage? Here comes Mokoena. That's a lunging challenge from Inacio Miguel, and he's going to go into the book.
Spoke about just his absence from the squad, just being a little bit off pace, dealing with the likes of Mokoena up front. He has been getting involved in those duels, and this time around, dangerous tackle.
And of course, hand across, not so much in the face, but the neck. Eight yellow cards last season in Inacio Miguel, one of the more frequently booked players. Konika is allowed back on. It's getting very there are a couple of on Sunday against his old side. Cross. Shabalala. Perhaps a bit too strong for Lepo, but he does well to drag it in. Flag was up. It'll be an offside against Kaizer Chiefs.
Kaizer Chiefs just a little bit patient, and Durban City's half waiting for that opening. Timing of the runs from Lilepo.
Very tight call, but maybe a little body part ahead of the City defender. Been a very off day today, must say, from early on. Quinica. Nice little steal from Magawana. He saw that opportunity. Now, here comes City. Can they get the first shot on?
What a touch. I thought his first touch for me was exceptional. Cross couldn't really recover from that. Clear shirt pulling. It's a foul.
I think he looks a very good addition, this Zimbabwean international, Emmanuel Jalaya, who played for Zimbabwe at the Cup of Nations in Morocco. Comes from Dynamos. Dynamos playing against Highlanders today in the big Zimbabwe Classico. We normally have a good Zimbabwean audience watching us. They do like PSL football, but I think today that is their Chiefs Pirates game, so not too sure how many are watching us, but if you are, greetings to you. So Magawana again given the set piece duties. City pushing everyone forward now, looking to get a decent touch onto that, and once again it's disappointing delivery. Got to make those set pieces count.
They have to, but there's a certain way that Magawana hopes to deliver the ball, to just give it a little bit of a curl so that his teammates meet it through and direct it to go, but this time around just a little bit long.
hard one in Nasia Miguel to get something going. And now, mistake by Buma. Well, the little back heel didn't work for City. At the indecision at the back from Kaizer Chiefs. And the crowd certainly had something to say about that. Now, on the attack, as Lilepo finds Duba. Shabalala, excuse me. Shabalala gets the shot in. Straight at Keat.
Straight at Keat. Shabalala, really, the live wire, does really well to control the ball. 1v1 situation. The shot, I guess, not the right one. Doesn't really trouble Keat.
Shabalala, you'll remember, was on the shortlist for Bafana's squad at the Cup of Nations. He didn't travel to the tournament. This is that mistake at the back, by the way, and cleared in the end. No harm done. But Shabalala didn't go to Morocco and hasn't played much. Certainly hasn't performed much since then, and Hugo Bruce didn't put him in the preliminary squad that he announced this week. So time is running out if Shabalala is going to make the World Cup squad, which I think is a reasonable ambition for him. And he needs some solid performances in the next 2 months of Betway Premiership action. They can, of course, only have to worry about the league. Kaizer Chiefs out of all of the cup competitions now. Mashego battling away with Solomons. And the City man, has he got a throw in or a free kick? Throw in. So offside will allow Kaizer Chiefs to clear their lines. Terence Mashego, the left back. Another man with the Bafana past. He'll be hoping for a Bafana future. Coming up to the final 5 minutes of the first half. Now, is one of these two sides going to break the deadlock and go into the break with an advantage? Chiefs, of course, haven't scored since the first round of the Nedbank Cup against Stellenbosch when they lost 2-1. That was on the 24th of February. Pochenpoel chases on near Magawana, and Cross was taking no chances. Cleared that away.
Kaizer Chiefs seem to be losing much more of the ball possession in that midfield, and as soon as they lose the ball possession, the defense is under pressure most of the time.
In a rather high number. Lobo. My boy, Shabalala. Is he going to get the shot in? He is indeed. What he was going to do. July's brought down by my boy. He's been in the wars, the Zimbabwean. He's been in the wars, the Zimbabwean. My boy does the gentlemanly thing and goes across and apologizes. And that's sore.
Yeah, my boy just a little bit late. July, enjoying watching him on this right-hand side, the composure, the decision-making, choosing the moments to go up forward, or just to really try and assist in defense.
Yeah, not So many signings coming out of Zimbabwe and Zambia these days, but he looks to be a very good buy. We spotted him at City. He's done a good job. Arrived with very little fanfare after the Cup of Nations, almost straight into action as well. Now that's given away. Can Chiefs punish them? Shabalala this time finds Durban. Flag stays down, onto the right foot, drags it back, chance for Dupree. Good block from Pockenpool. Chiefs on the attack. Solomons cross inside, advantage, free kick in favour of Durban City.
Spoke about protecting the ball. Jurgens once again, ball recovery in that midfield, strength to stay on his feet.
And that was the foul that the referee determined would be the free kick, but he allowed Jurgens to see if he could make further progress. No advantage. A single minute will be added on at the end of this first half. Ignacio Miguel and Cross looking to clear their lines here, doing so successfully. Duba. There's Solomons and Global. Quinica. Can they get one more attack in before the half-time break? And Global. That's a little too strong for Solomons. Well read by Mkize. Confirmation from our fourth official, Mr. Kharamukwena. He was on the line in Stellenbosch on Friday. Busy weekend for him. Maboe. Shabalala with Duba. Now wide to Lelepo. Surely a chance for Shabalala to get the shot in. July with the block. And Glovo. Well, they're keeping the pressure up here, finishing the half strongly, Kaizer Chiefs, but will they have something to show for it? Solomons to Quinica. A few more seconds. Quinica looking for Duba. Now, Lebokhamaboy with a shot. Ooh, that would have stung Mkize. Bravely done. And that is the end of the first half. Last effort. Durban City holding firm, but positive 45 minutes for Kaizer Chiefs.
Different kind of challenge for Kaizer Chiefs. Did well to keep the scorelines 0-0. But of course, for Durban City, as expected, defensively organized. Just really the likes of Mikel need to remove the complacency at the back to make sure that the second half they start a lot better.
Yeah, those turnovers at the back perhaps presenting the only real chances for Durban City in this game, but Chiefs are getting